So at this point we have the style sheets on our local system, but what we really want is to include it in our application. So I'll include them in our application. There are actually two that we're going to include. So let's take a look at where to put it. Now it should go on our site layout because this should go on every page. So let's just put it after this CSRF meta tag that does something mysterious. I don't know what it does, but it protects us against cross-site request forgery. And we need some more embedded Ruby here. There's a Rails command to include style sheets. It's style sheet link tag. And then we give it the name of the style sheet, in this case, blueprint / remember it's in the blueprint directory, / screen. This is the style sheet for an actual computer screen. The media should be screen. And then we want a separate style sheet for the for printing. It's nice to have a separate print style sheet, and Blueprint comes with a good one. And that's it. This includes the style sheet. So let's just go take a look at the effects of the screen style sheet. At least we're not going to print this out, but you can try that if you want. And there we go. It's it's not a huge difference. The typography looks a little nicer though, and clearly the spacing isn't right. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do to improve this, and we will throughout the rest of this tutorial. But this is at least a slight improvement. At the very least, though, we've now got a foundation for making more style sheet rules later on. But let's go take a look at this and realize that there's a lot going on here. So there's single quotes here that you may not be familiar with. There's this weird thing that I mentioned briefly before that it's called a symbol, but we haven't really talked about it. We haven't talked about what this is, and we don't really know where this comes from, although I can tell you right now this is just a Rails function, and we won't talk about exactly where it comes from, but there are lots of functions that are predefined by Rails. But if just looking at these, it's everything that's going on here, it's pretty clear that we don't really have enough Ruby to have a deep appreciation for how this is working. So the rest of this lesson is actually just dedicated to learning how all of these elements of Ruby work, and by the end of it, we'll understand both this and the title helper in a much deeper way.